I'm a bit of an expert at Peppa Pig podcast. Oh, I didn't say hello, my little piggies. I'm completely out of whack. Hello, my little piggies. Welcome to I'm a bit of a expert at Peppa Pig podcast. I'm your host, Josh Chapman, and with me, as always, is Matt Frost.
Good evening, Josh. How are you?
Good. How you going? Look at that. My mind is elsewhere. It shouldn't be. It should be on the game, but a little bit of context. My second child is now officially a few days overdue, so we're playing the waiting game. So we just thought while we're sitting around waiting for something to happen, we'd get a record in the bag.
So, are you a bit of an expert on childbirth, Josh?
Well, I've done it once before. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. I've witnessed it before firsthand. I have not performed it, but I've been in the room once. We've got through it the first time, so I'm hoping that the second time will go just as smoothly.
We wish you all the best, of course, mate. I'm sure it'll be any day soon.
That's right. And the problem is that, as people know, we usually record a few of these in a row. So even if we do have the baby, you might not find out until a little bit later on. But you never know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But today we have secrets. So Matt, what goes down in secrets?
Well, this is a mystery box episode. So I remember this one quite well. Peppa has decided to find herself a box, and it becomes her secret box. And she's going to put an item in there that nobody else will know about, and everyone else has to guess.
So it's actually Mummy Pig who instigates this, because it feels like a kind of like a little girl. Like, yes, I want to have a thing. You know, I have a thing that you don't have, but it's actually Mummy Pig's idea, and she sort of goes, you know, this is a thing. You can get secret, and you can get secretive, and I thought that was a little bit strange, actually.
Yeah, well, I guess Mummy Pig might be trying to get Peppa out of her hair for 10 minutes. So, yeah.
This is the distraction box.
Yeah.
This is where you put your things in to distract you from me for a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, yeah. So she's quite taken by the idea, but she's quite horrified when she finds out that George has got one as well.
Yes, things do take a turn a little bit quicker there, doesn't it? And now there's a moment right at the start of this where Peppa sort of gets the box and she gets the concept and things, and then she pulls this evil smile. Did you notice the evil smile?
Oh,
she sort of hunches over. She does like a golem, like a my precious. Like she looks. I've just got the freeze frame in front of me now. It'll be the artwork we use for the episode. It is amazing.
Yeah, she's into it. She's into the idea of having something over her brother. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And she's quite horrified at the face she makes when she finds out that George has got one as well.
Yeah, that's right.
And look, you're gonna find it too, because your kids are gonna be almost. Olive's just gone 3.
So she's about 3.5.
3.5, so slightly bigger gap than our little piggies, which are almost 3 years to the day. But yeah, it gets to the point, even though there's 3 years different, everything's got to be equal. If one's got a mystery box, the other one needs a mystery box. So.
Oh yeah, right. So I was kind of thinking, maybe there'll be a little bit of separation there. Olive will be able to just be cool about everything. But okay, well, good to know. Good to know, because Peppa saunters into that room like look what I've got. Look what you don't have.
Oh, there's a swagger. There's definitely a swagger.
It must be really, as a multi-children household, that must be really hitting close to the bone for you. You've probably seen that swagger a few times.
Oh, absolutely, and it doesn't take too long to for the little one, for the 2-year-old, our little George, to who's a girl, but to build up her own little swagger. I was just saying to our teenage pig that who I met when she was 10, that she was delightfully unsassy as a 10-year-old, and it's just but we've got the full sassy pants from the other 2.
Oh dear, it's something to look forward to. That's what I always say. Now that's impending, it's so close. So she saunters in. She's like, I've got this thing that's great, and basically you don't have this thing that's great. You got to leave the room. And Peppa puts whatever it is in there. We don't know yet, and then basically, then proceeds to shove it in George's face.
Yep, and he's got his own, and they learn an important lesson, which is what good's a secret if you can't share it.
Exactly. And Peppa runs down the stairs, and there's Daddy Pig doing a bit of dusting.
Yeah. Daddy's having a bit of a dust.
So he must be going, I'll do the dusting, and you can wrangle the kids. And
Yeah,
then Mummy Pig's gone, all right, well, I've got this secret box thing up my sleeve, so I can have a sit on the couch because I've taken care of business.
Which is exactly what she does do. Daddy has a typical dad guess at the box.
Yeah, the old sneaky. Is it something completely?
Is it my glasses? Yeah.
Which, considering now that we know that Daddy Pig loses his glasses, it wouldn't surprise me that if he thought that they were there.
Yeah. A little bit of real world stuff. This Daddy Pig got his eyes checked the other day, and I badly need new glasses, so I might be rapidly catching up to you.
Oh, right, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'll have to. What's my prescription off the top of my head? It's -5 in one and -4.5 in the other, I think. So it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad over here. But I have stigmatism actually, so it's a hereditary, where you basically instead of your pupil being round, it's sort of almost almond shaped or sort of
Football shaped.
Yeah, like a footy shape. So I can actually. This is kind of gross. I can actually squeeze my eyeballs, and my eyes will go into focus.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's usually the reaction that it gets.
Well, that's exactly what I've got. So I've got a stigmatism
right.
too, which isn't bleeding from your hands like I thought it was. But
No,
yeah.
that's stigmata. I think it is.
Yeah, this is a
like,
lot less
sir,
fun.
You have stigmatism. You're like, oh my god, I knew I was special.
So, is that why I cry tears of blood?
Yeah. So basically, they play the guessing game. The guessing game kind of goes back and forth with the what's in the secret box kind of thing, and then George proceeds to he shows his hand first basically, and he pulls out a drum.
He's quite chuffed to play that drum too.
Yeah.
That was another one of my favourite little stills from the show, as he beats that drum.
Yeah, that's right. He pulls a very big sort of, big grin as he comes out of the, he pulls the item out of the box, and then Peppa pulls a trumpet out of hers. So I'm sure Mummy Pig was pretty happy there. She probably gone, oh man, I could have kept that secret a little bit longer, keeping two noisy toys out of the picture for 5 minutes.
Yeah, this is a classic backfire, isn't it? She's traded her 5 minutes of peace and quiet for the rest of the afternoon of drums and trumpet.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, they don't look too annoyed, but it does make a little bit of a racket. But Peppa basically only had the trumpet in there, but then George goes back and he pulls out a custard donut. So it's a good thing that they actually canned this game when they did, because George could have left a dairy product in a secret box under his bed for weeks.
Yeah, well that hits pretty close to home. I don't know if you've ever cleaned out underneath a car seat, but
we had to clean that. We had to switch the car seat to the other side, and we're putting the capsule in, going into the other spot, and found a few surprises and stuff in there. A lot of sultanas and a lot of crumbs.
Yeah, sultanas are a big one, aren't they? That we had. This is probably going to make a lot of the mummy and daddy pigs out there just shiver with horror. But we had a missing yogurt in our minivan for quite some time, and
oh my god!
Yeah, I know it's not good, mate. It got to the point where I couldn't find it.
It's like having a live grenade in the car, not knowing where it is. It's like Speed. There's a bomb on the bus. If it gets above 30 degrees, the the yogurt will explode.
Oh, I just couldn't stand. I wouldn't get in the car after a while, and it turned out to be in a shopping bag that had been secreted under one of our because all the it's all the chairs fold this way and that to, fit as many piggies as you need to in the car, and it was under one of those. But it was horrible.
I just remember years and years ago, at my best mate's place, he had their garage that had this like really bad smell, and they couldn't figure out what the smell was. And they basically came to the conclusion, God, I hope I'm remembering this right, the conclusion that there was like a possum, a dead possum or something had got into the roof. And so they hired somebody to come over and like get rid of the possum. And they couldn't find a possum. So they basically were like, all right, well, it's not a possum. And I think it went on for even longer. And then eventually, I think they found like a tin of tuna somewhere that had basically gotten somewhere. Oh. And it had like the smallest thing in it, but it had just completely turned. It got to the point of no return on the tuna. Now, who knows how? It could have been there for years, and it finally got to a point where, the garage is a bit hot. And, and it just absolutely stunk the place out. I'll have to, next time I see Marty, I'll have to see if that actually happened, that story, as I remember it.
Yeah, we probably don't want to go down this route because...
No, we don't. We don't. But we'll... so basically, let's get back on track. The George has a custard donut in the box, and then Mummy Pig, says, "Don't worry, there's custard donuts for everyone." And then Daddy Pig comes in with the goods, and he's talking about his secret box, or he has a very good place to put it, which is in his tummy.
Yeah, geez, I reckon I've used that joke myself. So, now, did you notice something about the mass laughter at the end?
I'm just going over to it. No. You have to refresh my memory. I only just did watch it, but hit me with it.
Yeah, well, they don't fall on their backs.
Oh, they don't either. Do they fall on their backs? Is that an inside thing?
I think they have. God,
we better check the archives.
Yeah, I tell you what, we're supposed to be doing an episode by episode breakdown of a 5-minute show, and we're not doing a very good job of record keeping.
Well, this is the first time that they it might be an outside thing, but I guess perhaps because they've got donuts in there, custard donuts no less. There's a lot of custard flying around if you throw yourself on the floor.
Yeah, that's true. But I thought, are they going to fall down because they took another mouthful? And I'm like, they've only got one bite to go, and they didn't. And I'm just like, I felt strangely unsatisfied by the ending.
Strangely unsatisfying. Well, it's not a bad little ep, this one. There's a couple of little moments. It's not a game changer, but there's enough in there to certainly warrant putting it in the higher end of Peppa Pig episodes.
Yeah, I think so. That Peppa's little evil
that makes it
evil grin,
own, really, doesn't it?
Her door slam on George's face. That's something that's pretty familiar from around here, and also George's little proudly playing the drums. I think they were 3 really good moments. Definitely worth it. Definitely
indeed. So if you want to leave us a review on iTunes, you can get us at Peppa Pig Pod. Tweets have been coming in thick and fast. The followers have been coming up. The downloads, I think as we stand right now, I think we're about 5 episodes off 2,000 downloads, which is crazy town. So thank you to everybody who's been downloading. We'll be back next time with, we'll be back next time with a very special seasonal episode. Just a little bit of sizzle there.
Oh, excellent. Jeez, I look forward to that.
You will indeed. So thanks again, mate.
Thank you, Josh, and good night, my little piggies.
Yeah, we're playing a tune and we're singing a song with a bang and a bong and a bang. Bong, bang, boo, bing, bong, bing, bing, bong, bangly, bongly, boo. Bong, bing, boo, bing, bong, bing, bing, bong, bangly, bongly, boo.